Hey everyone, let's get right into it. Today we are digging into a massive question, one that feels both ancient and super personal, especially in a lot of South Asian cultures. Why get married? Is it really a choice, a necessity, or something else entirely? All right, let's unpack this.
So here's the big question right up front. Is it really necessary? I mean, you've probably heard this at family get-togethers, right? Do you actually have to get married to live a full life? Well, the material we're exploring today suggests that society has a very, very clear answer to that.
And there it is. This is the core belief we're going to be talking about. In this view, marriage isn't just an option for a happy life. Oh no, it is positioned as the one-size-fits-all solution for pretty much any problem life throws at you. But before we get into what it's supposed to fix, we have to talk about the incredible force that pushes people towards it. That's right. Think of it like a pressure cooker, because this decision, it almost never happens in a bubble. It's surrounded by this constant, simmering pressure coming at you from every single direction. I mean, just think about it for a second. It's not just your parents, it's the aunties, the uncles, the nosy neighbors, your second cousin twice removed. Everybody seems to have a timeline for your life. And this pressure is just relentless, and it usually comes disguised as so-called well-meaning questions. And here is a perfect classic example. Notice the quote, "The girl has crossed 25. There is this invisible deadline, especially for women. The second you cross it, the questions start flying, and there's always this little hint that, something might be wrong with you." And it's the same deal for men, too. If a guy isn't married by a certain age, people don't just think, oh, maybe he's just happy on his own. No, their minds immediately jump to speculation. Is there some kind of hidden flaw, a secret life? The idea that someone might simply not want to get married is almost the last thing anyone considers. So if all that pressure is the problem, what's the supposed cure? Well, this brings us right back to that main idea, marriage as the ultimate fix-it tool. Let's break down the specific problems it's supposed to magically solve. Okay, so problem number one. You have a son who's a little aimless, maybe doesn't have a job, isn't really focused. The solution? It's not a career counselor. Nope, it's marriage. The belief is that the sudden weight of having a partner to provide for will just magically make him responsible. And this same logic applies to school and work, too. If someone's distracted, maybe spending a little too much time on their phone instead of their books, marriage is seen as the thing that will anchor them. It's supposed to just force them to get serious about life. Now, this next one is really something. Are you dealing with a broken heart? Well, forget about time and healing. The solution is just get married to someone else. It's treated like a hard reset, as if a new legally binding relationship can just erase all that old emotional pain. And here you can really see marriage being used as a tool for social control. For someone who's seen as a lafanga, someone who fools around or wanders, marriage is the mechanism to enforce monogamy. It's less about finding a soulmate and more about just corralling that behavior so it fits the social rules. All right, so we've looked at how society sees marriage as this big corrective tool. But what about the actual individuals? Let's switch gears and move away from the external pressure to the more personal and sometimes very practical reasons people have for tying the knot. And honestly, the personal reasons are all over the map. For some, it's about carrying on the family name, and the source material even points out the specific desire for a grandson. For others, it's just about a very human need for companionship, not wanting to be lonely. Sometimes it's about duty, like an older sister getting married so her younger sister is then allowed to. And then there's the super practical one, giving a physical relationship a socially acceptable label. And this might just be one of the most powerful points. Marriage acts as a kind of societal certificate. It's basically a license that turns physical intimacy from something that could be judged into a punya-kakam, a virtuous good deed. It gives the whole relationship legitimacy, and it gives a name and a place in society to any children that come along. So when you boil it all down, the source material we're looking at suggests that marriage isn't presented as a lifestyle choice. It's framed as a fundamental need. Just like your body needs food and water to survive, a person is seen as needing marriage to properly function in the world. It's a core requirement for a complete life. Okay, so we've looked at this from all these different angles. The crazy social pressure, marriage as this cure-all, the personal and practical reasons, and what we're left with is a really, really complex picture. And that's the real tension here, isn't it? It's this constant tug of war. On one side, you have marriage as this huge social contract, a tool used by society to make sure everyone is responsible, stable, and fits in. And on the other side, you have this ideal of a deeply personal commitment between two people based on love. The two ideas seem to be in a constant battle, which leaves us with one final question to think about. When an institution is expected to fix every single perceived flaw in a person, from their career path to their broken heart, who is it really for? The individual or the society that's demanding everyone fall in line? That's something to chew on.